Morning guys, Tuesday the 1st of December. A little bit icy but cool, crisp and blue, which is always nice weather. I was listening to some of the TV morning sort of news this morning, and there were some conversations going on. One about one of the ministers for the vaccines and stuff saying that it's, what was it? They'd like to encourage something about encouraging sports venues and bars and restaurants to get people to have, I think it's an app on your phone to say that, you know, basically you've had, say you've had the vaccine, and that you wouldn't, potentially you wouldn't be allowed in those places if you hadn't had the vaccine. And then you've got, I think it was Matt Hancock saying, categorically no, there's no sort of plan to roll out what they call vaccine passports, and yeah, it's just sort of, I don't know, I find it a little bit concerning, purely for a number of reasons really. So it's like it gives mixed messages anyway, in terms of one person saying, oh, they may be encouraging, you know, other venues, restaurants, sports venues and so on to, you know, exclude people, not allow people in if they don't have an app on the phone to say they've had the vaccine. Then you've got, you know, sort of Mr. Health, you know, Matt Hancock saying, oh no, there's no plan to do that at all. So, you know, if and when this is rolled out, having a vaccine will be a choice. And so I suppose, number one, what concerns me is that there's definitely some mixed messages coming across, so I picked up. And like anything in life, and certainly in relation to the pandemic and the rules and so forth, it's like, if there's one thing you need, it's clarity of a message, it's clarity of understanding, to be clear about what you are and are not allowed to do. And then there was another sort of thought process I had going on, which is, well, you know, the notion of saying you have a choice. It's not compulsory. You have a choice about whether you choose to you know, receive the vaccine or not. And I sort of thought, well, yes, you're saying that you have a choice, but whatever, you know, anybody's opinion on whether they, you know, your views on agreeing with the vaccine or not, and all whatever that means, for me, the issue is more about the notion of choice. You know, if you have a choice, then choice to me, you know, shouldn't be dependent upon conditions or pressure, or, you know, feeling like your arm is being twisted, or a choice that says, oh, choose this. Yes, absolutely, you have a choice to choose. So for example, if you choose not to have the vaccine, yes, you have a choice, but actually if you do choose that, then you may be excluded from different aspects of life, different services and so on. So, you know, I'm not about sort of arguing the concept of what is, you know, morally right or wrong in terms of you know, whether people should or should not have the vaccine and what that means. It's more about, well, if you're saying you have a choice, if somebody has a choice, then what you know leaves me feeling uncomfortable is the idea that a choice brings potential exclusion and conditions and naturally almost being treated as a bit of a, you know, leper or a second-class citizen because you didn't make a particular choice that, you know, others have. So then it almost becomes well, you have a choice, but actually there's you know, a choice that we are really sort of saying, you know, this is the right choice, this is the choice that will bring you opportunities, and here this is another choice that you know, may be deemed as negative or the wrong one or the one that excludes you from things. So yeah, it's just that whole concept of, well, what is it to actually really, you know, have choice? What are those choices about? What do the, and also I suppose what the choices actually allow and bring with them on some level. I suppose there are some choices, if you like, that still have certain limits and boundaries to them, and then maybe there are some choices that are limitless, have a lot more freedom around them. Morning.
Hello, my sweetheart. You are handsome, you are. Oh, it did good. What a lovely colour.
Oh, thank you.
Lovely to have you.
Oh, thank you. Oh. And then, in the middle of my conversation about choice, you have this lovely moment in life where somebody just tells me how gorgeous my dog is. Mind you, I do think he was referring to her as he, but we won't go there. That's a different matter. But yeah, just saying how gorgeous your dog is and they're lucky to have you. And it's like there's the moment where, you know, somebody's positive comment, their uplifting affirmation, you know, they don't even know you, and yet they can say something to just lift somebody's spirit in the midst of all this. And so it's just, and actually he had a choice about whether he chose to even share that or not, say that or not. Remember the other day I was saying that, you know, the small acknowledgements are absolutely key, because the small acknowledgements, or what appear to be the small ones, actually make a big difference to how somebody feels. And so that was a perfect example there for me of what would appear on the face of it to be a small acknowledgement, but actually has the power to make a big difference. So I suppose as well, we're linking it to what I was just saying about choice. It's weighing up the choices you have, looking at the potential impact of your choices, educating yourself as much as possible on the consequences potentially of some of those choices you may choose, making sure that, and I think this is quite key as well with choices, as much as you can, making sure that you're you're informing yourself, that you're informed, so you can really, you know, before you make a choice, whatever that is about, that you've really weighed up the pros and cons, because, you know, some choices you make are could be what would be classed as a really small choice, even though they can still have big impact. But then I think there are some that would appear to have, on the face of it, you know, a much bigger impact, potentially have bigger consequences, yeah, for yourselves and for other people around. So I think that's where my musings come to at the moment. Really doing your homework, trying to make sure that all the choices that you considering are as informed as much as you can. So listen guys, have the rest of a tutti frutti Tuesday, and I shall speak to you later. Take care, bye.